dry. But it is a beautiful song. Your eyes are getting glassy.
Stop it. Okay. And Stevie Nicks is here.
No, I know. This is like coffee talk for you, bro. You're verklempt. It is so great to have you here.
Drool over you like this. I mean,
the fact that you love that song, it means the world to me. So no, you know,
that song is so beautiful. You wrote it about your dad, right?
Not really. He likes to think that, though.
But I thought you wrote it about your dad.
I always told him that because he wanted to release that. So
now dry those eyes, bro.
Okay, so what's it about?
Well, it's really about, and I wrote it in 1973, and I really wrote it about when Lindsay and I were we'd been together for already like 7 years, and we were really wondering whether or not, you know, that was going to work. Should we break up? Should we stay together? So when you listen to those words, it's about taking your ego down and deciding, well, we've really worked a long time on this. Should we just throw it all to the wind and go our separate ways, or should we hang in there? And that's really what it was about. But as it went down through the years, it did sort of start to go with the fact that it was about family. And then it kind of did become, it was my dad's favorite song. So then it kind of did become about him.
Now, is it true you wrote that song in 5 minutes?
Pretty much.
Can you still write songs in five minutes? Mm-hmm. Still, it just comes out.
It's just the inspiration.
Do you, you know, we have your CDs in the car and we played the songs over and over and over again. When you hear that music after all these years, what's your reaction to it? Is it again, or do you still get joy from listening to that?
I love my songs. I would be a liar to say I didn't. If I didn't love them, I couldn't go up on stage and sing them over and over and over since 1975, you know. I walk on stage to sing Stand Back or Gold Dust Woman, and I have to go back to right when I was first writing it and what was it about in the original writing of it, and then I put myself back into that. And then it's not like singing an old song. So I really, you know, I love my songs. It's what I do. It's my
so
life.
refreshing to hear that.
I know. You know, and you're on tour. You know, you're touring all over the place. Aren't you exhausted? You just did a whole big thing in New York at the Beacon, Jones Beach. You're going to be at
4 shows, 5 days.
And then you're going to be at the Borgata. Mm-hmm. Aren't you tired? No.
Well, I get tired, but then I get, you know, 2 days on, 2 days off. 2 days on, 1 day off. 2 days on, 2 days off. You know, it's kind of like that. They try to make it as easy for us as possible. It never fails that when we first start a tour, it's always heavy. The 4 days and 5 shows, that was a lot. And that kind of knocks everybody down. But then it evens off. So it's okay. And the people that plan it, they try to make it as easy for us as possible, you know.
I know that your voice, I mean, everybody talks about your runs, your vibrato, and my daughter was at your Beacon concert, and she said you spent a lot of time talking about your throat doctor, or you gave him the big shout out.
Yes, I did.
Do you have throat issues, or is that
sometimes?
So is it just because of the so much time that you spend touring and singing?
Well, you know, for the last 5 months, I lost my mom in December, and it was kind of a shocking, we didn't expect a thing. So for the next 5 months, between January and June, I really kind of went into underground. And I was very quiet, and I stayed home, and I was very introspective, and I rested a lot. And I think what happened was the reason when I got here, it's like I lost my voice, was just because I really hadn't sung in almost 5 months. And usually I don't do that. I usually just sing all the time. But I just kind of took that time to go away and reflect on what that was going to be like for the rest of my life. And so when I got here, I didn't have a voice. And I went to my friend Dr. Kessler, and he said, so how long do we have? And I said 4 days. So he said, all right, let's go. And he fixed it. And by Friday, which was Jones Beach, by Friday I was okay. So I managed to do those 4 shows in 5 days. That was amazing. So now, I'm a little hoarse now, but now I'm just going to have to kind of slowly put it back together.
And what's your break now between now and Borgata?
Well, we play tomorrow. I don't know if that's Borgata or not, but we play tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
Amazing.
Let's talk about the DVD. 10 years before we had a solo album from you? Do you call it album, CD?
I call it an album, but that's just, yeah. The Trouble in Shangri-La was 2001, and I waited until 2010 to do a record with Dave Stewart, and I think it's my best record, and I'm so proud of it. and I toured for 2 months here in the United States with it last year, and a month in Australia and in London. And now I'm back out this summer backing it up again, because I just figured it was such a good record that it deserved another summer's worth of touring. So that's what I'm doing.
I love Italian Summer. Is it?
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. We're going to find out what your favorite cut of the album is.
You know, I want to go to Italy, and like a TV show like this, I want to go to Italy and sing that song. And I'm asking and I'm asking, and nobody seems to be able to put that together. And I said, you know, if I'm finishing this record up this year and I don't get to Italy to sing that song, I'm going there by myself with a boombox, and I'm standing on a corner in a long red dress, and I'm singing that song for the Italians, because I think they need to hear it.
I say we head to Tuscany together.
I think we should take Stevie, and we'll find a venue.
Please, let's just find a show.
Okay.
Really?
All right,
Stick around. We're going to have more with Stevie Nicks in just a minute.
And some of our Facebook questions, too. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, plus I want to show you this piece of video, which I want. We're just smiling straight through this interview. Just great. Stevie Nicks with us right now, 9:41. So, a while ago, my friend Dana Klein emailed me and Jackie this video on YouTube and said, "You want to see the most amazing Stevie Nicks performance? Watch this." She said, "This shows you the range and how beautiful her voice really is. Take a look at this." About this video, and are you aware of this? You're aware.
Well, we were doing the cover for the cover of Rolling Stone, where I had the bird, the cockatoo, and Annie Leibovitz, right? And somebody was filming it. We don't know who was filming it. That's Liza, my makeup artist, and my friend Lori, who still sings with me today, who is also my sister-in-law. She's singing with me. And somebody filmed it and must have kept it for all those years to themselves. And then when YouTube came around into existence, they threw it out on YouTube. And my friend Liza, the makeup artist, she sent it to me and said, "You have to watch this, because you're going to just fall in love with who we were all over again." Oh. And it seems to be quite a little phenomenon, this. And nobody has ever come forth to say who it was that filmed this.
Are you on Facebook, Twitter? Do you do all that stuff? No social media whatsoever?
No, old school.
Okay.
Don't have a computer.
Don't have a computer?
Don't even have a phone.
You don't have a phone?
No.
That's when you know you're big.
Okay. You're working on a documentary, though, right?
I am.
And when can we see this documentary?
The documentary was made, I made a record with Dave Stewart at my house during 2010, and it was 10 months, every day, 5 days a week. And it was a magical mystery tour, and they came every day, and there was 20 people in the house, and we had dinners every night, and it was like the old wild crazy days. We wore hats, and we would bring down clothes and make everybody dress up, and,
right.
And we filmed it, and never really thinking that it would turn into what it did. It turned into really more than a documentary. It's really a film, and there's white horses and owls, and we actually made serious movie videos as we went along in the backyard of my house. So we had horses and all kinds of amazing fairy tale animals and people, and the whole crews were always in costume. And it's almost done. It's almost done.
This year?
It's edited. I don't know, but it's close. Now they're doing the movie magic part. You know, it's in picture lock, so it's got everything that you don't want in it is out.
Right.
So that's where it is right now.
You're going to Boston, as I understand it. Boston's your next concert stop before Borgata.
Tomorrow.
And you're going to run into a very special guest at that concert, right?
I am.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, his name is Vincent, and several years ago we went to Walter Reed, and Vincent had a very bad head trauma injury, sort of in the sort of like Bob Woodruff, that kind of an injury. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the ones that I honestly, I thought, is he going to really make it? I mean, is it possible? And he had this amazing Irish family that was like, oh yeah, he is. And you know, you're going like, well, if any family could pull a kid through, this would be the family. But still, this is so injurious that. So anyway, 2 weeks ago, my assistant walked in and she just said one word to me. She said, "Vincent," and I went, "He's back. He came back. He came back. He came back. He survived." And he's coming to my concert tomorrow with his amazing family. and in Boston. And I'm so excited because, you know, there are, as you go through the hospitals and you meet people, you go, this one's going to survive. This one's going to survive. This one, I don't know. So Vincent has survived totally, and I'm going to see him tomorrow night and at the concert.
That
So
must make the performance even more
it's
special.
just outrageous.
All right, listen.
Outrageous.
I know you got the solo concert. You're touring with Rod Stewart. What about Fleetwood Mac? Is this going to happen? Are you guys going to ever get back together again?
Fleetwood Mac is probably going to be next year.
For sure.
Really?
For
Well,
sure.
you know, I'm never going to say for sure because I can't even say for sure that I would go out next year or for sure. I never know. Well, the plan is to finish. Lindsay's out on the road right now. He's doing just by himself with his guitar, which is amazing. So he's doing that. Mick is in Maui opening an amazing restaurant that has been his dream his whole life to have a restaurant in Maui. That's what he's doing. And I'm doing this. So when this all of our little solo things come to an end, then it will be January, and we will probably go into rehearsal around then. And, you know, Fleetwood Mac doesn't ever really go away. Where would we go? We you know,
We
hide
can't.
in the forest. You know, it's, you know.
Oh, they're yelling, we gotta go.
Oh, we don't want to leave Stevie Nicks. First of all, if you're lucky enough to go see her in Boston tomorrow night or the Borgata, if you go to Stevie Nicks' website, that she doesn't manage, obviously, because she doesn't go online, but somebody else does, you'll see all the tour dates.
Or I'm sure we'll have a link too.
Yes.
And Rod Stewart. That starts up in about 2 weeks. So.
You are amazing. I don't
And
know
he's hysterical.
I know. I don't know where
We
you
gotta
find
go.
the energy.
We gotta
we need
go.
to go see you. Is there
Please.
any way we can just get some little rift from you this morning? I know you're resting the voice. A little something. For good day.
She rings, she rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? She rules her life like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover?
All your life you've never.
Oh, stop, bro! You just wrecked it for me.
Oh, sorry,
my
Stevie.
God.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're awesome.
Anyway,
We're gonna
thank
be
you
right
so
back.
much.
We're gonna have a sing along
All
right after this.
We got more.